knock your socks off a little bit.
Today's project is so incredible. You're gonna have so much fun designing this project. We are really, really thrilled to give you guys like, every day's practical, but this practical is like sticker practical.
Yes.
And we all are obsessed with stickers and quotes and all of that. So over here on the craft table, we have made a sample for today's project just to give you visual on what we are making. This is what we're making. We're making a sticker, and I love that we put it on a notebook because this is like showing you the magnitude of what you can do with stickers that I don't think we touch on a lot. So just let's go overhead, and you're gonna be able to see this right here. And it is so good. So this is what I'm gonna teach you guys how to do. It's kind of like a little knockout text with some patterns and things like that. You're going to love this technique. I am going to teach you how to do this within Canva. And again, I want you guys to understand the skills you're going to learn in Canva are going to transfer to any project you do. Canva, sublimation, all the things, you're going to be able to kind of take this skill and apply it even into your own social media, into your own designing, logos, things like that. I am super excited to kind of touch on what we're doing today to make these new stickers. You are going to love this. This looks like a sticker that you would have bought, but actually we're designing it together. I'm going to teach you how to set this up, how to add the pattern to the back, and then you could add elements, things like that. So are you guys ready to dive in? It's gonna be so fun. You're going to love it. So
let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's head over to Canva. Love it, love it, love it. Here is Canva. This is what our finish looks like, but what I wanna share with you is how to start from scratch, okay? So it is so good, and it's awesome. So I'm just going to add a page. So if you're in Canva and you're wondering what a page is, why do I need a page, things like that, it just separates out. You know, on Cricut, you just have one very large canvas, but in Canva, we like to break it out in pages. One thing to know is that you can size your pages to be whatever size you want, all right? We are just doing a 10-inch by 10-inch is what ours is set up for. And I think that's plenty for our sticker today. So first things first, we're going to grab an element. Now, if you look at this one, this is a rectangular design. This is the first option that you can veer astray. Throughout this training, I'm going to alert you when you can do something your own way, all right? This right here is a great opportunity to where you can follow my training, but do something totally your own way.
Absolutely.
This is a great step.
This first step, I want you all to think of this first step as your base for your sticker, your building block. So if you want a circular sticker, make it a circle.
Yes.
If you want a rectangular sticker, make it a rectangle. If you want a crazy like wavy pattern, we're building this from the bottom up, and this base is going to be the most important part.
Now, for example, this was our base, the rectangle. So if you're like, I actually want to cover a book, like I have not done stickers this large before.
Now we don't have, do you want me to go grab a book to actually do it from start to finish?
No, it's fine. No, I think we're good with just the design today. I really want to let you guys know that the Canva course is so design specific. Even if you're traveling this summer, designing is still going to be so fun to do the course. So there is, you know, for whatever part you're designing for, the course is going to help you get it designed and made. So super, super fun. I love it, love it, love it.
Another thing I want to make sure, Lisa asked, will we get a list of supplies needed for the Canva course? So you're not actually going to need supplies. You will need supplies if you want to create certain things, but a lot of what we're doing, your homework is all going to be web-based. Everything is going to be web-based, so you actually don't need supplies for this course, which is great.
Which is so good. So it's super, super good. It's all web-focused, design-focused, which is super, super good. A lot of you may be really considering like, oh, I need to make sure it's the perfect size. This is all customizable. So I'm just working in a 10-inch by 10-inch. I may make the sticker 2 by 3 inches by the time I print and cut it.
Yep.
Right? Like this is not the time to size it. This is the time to design. This is the time to like let free, like just have fun with it. So back over here to where we're at. We're on our new page. Step 1, create your page. 10-inch by 10-inch, anything like that, okay? Step 2, decide your shape, all right? Decide your shape. I'm just going over here to shapes, and you can see this is kind of like Cricut, a lot of basic shapes. We can grab a square, and we can go ahead and make it a rectangle.
You can even go, if you want to, you can even go to your elements, and let's say you wanted a wavy rectangle. You can search wavy rectangle, and you can find some things like that in elements as well.
Yeah.
So just know that there are, I would start with your base shapes, but there are options.
Yep. So you could even go over here, like this is a pro. Like if you wanted to make like a stamp or like a little stamp of like the city you're going to, things like that. Like that's what this reminds me of.
I love it.
Things like that. There's so many like different options. You could do a frame and fill that in, things like that. So that is available.
But I think for today, you all need to start with your basic shapes.
Yeah, so stick with a basic shape, pick what that is. It can be whichever basic shape you want. But that is going to be important, okay? So that's step 1, pick your shape, and then you can go ahead and change the color. For today's project, to keep simplicity happening, we are going to recreate the exact example. Sometimes I like to veer off and give a lot of options. I want you to really focus in on, we are just building this together, okay? Someone asked, how did you open a page? So if you're already in a document, there is a add page button. You can add as many pages as you want. You can take away pages, things like that. If you need to create a document, you can go to the home area, create new design, and type that in here. Perfect. So you went ahead and chose your rectangle or your shape, and then you're going to choose the color. This is our color today. This is here. This is awesome. Okay? We have opened the document. We have selected our rectangle. We have selected our color. That's it. Since you have done that, you are now going to add a text box. We are going to click text box, and we're going to click add a new text box. Boom. Beautiful. We have this text box here. You can see that this is a Songbird font. This is an option that you can veer astray. You can choose whatever font you want, but we are recommending thicker fonts. Why, Tanner, do you recommend a thicker font? Because we're putting a pattern behind the font. If it is not a thick font, you will not see the pattern.
Yes.
If it's a thin font and a odd pattern, you may not be able to read your text.
Absolutely.
We will give you examples of patterns you should not do.
Absolutely.
So, what do I recommend? Put this in the chat. If you're paying attention, if you're getting trained today, what should you put? It should be a what? A thick font.
Yes.
Okay? A thick font. So good. So, so good. Love it, love it, love it. Now, there are so many fonts to use. You have to have Canva Pro to upload fonts, right?
You do have to have Canva Pro to upload fonts, yes. But Canva does have lots of really, really good fonts that you can use if you want to use the free version. Just know, like we've been saying all week, if it has a little crown beside of it, it's gonna be a pro font. If it doesn't, then you can use it. So what I love to do personally, if you're looking for bold fonts and you don't know where to go, if you go to the drop down at the very top, there is different styles of fonts. So you see handwriting, corporate, nope, go back to font. Right under where you search, you can go on out and there's bold. If you keep going, there's a bold, and then it will show you all of your bold font options.
Beautiful, beautiful. So that's super, super fun. There's so many here. If you have a Maker's Gonna Learn one you love, you can also always just go to upload a font, and then we're gonna come over to this area and we're gonna drag and drop our font. Very simple. And click open. Yes, upload. So it's uploading our font and upload selected. And then bada bing, you can search Blake. And here we are. So you can see we have that right here. And then you can just type out focus on the good. Very tiny, so bear with me. I'm just scaling this up. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And then we can play around with, kind of like on the Cricut, we need to bring this line space in. So we are going to go right over,
back, over, right, right.
Oh my goodness, I'm losing my mind, my spacing. So right here we have letter spacing, and you can play around with this. This is something fun you can do with like how close the letters are together. Sometimes that like bugs me with certain fonts, but really what we're looking for is like the line spacing.
I also think that I would put on I know on that specific one it's on the same line.
Yeah.
Try it on the different line.
Yeah, every font is gonna be a little different when it comes to what you're working on.
And then I'd bring my sides in and put it like the sides of your text box. Don't make it smaller on the, yes, there you go. Bring it in and then take everything and shift it over to the left.
How do you?
So if you click on your text,
yeah,
and you go to the top where you see your.
Oh, are you saying
like
this?
that? Yes,
oh,
I love that.
Okay, I'm vibing.
I'm vibing with that big time.
So notice what happens. So Lauren suggested we kind of do the alignment from align center to align left, and this is what it would be if you're doing align right. I don't really. No, I don't think anybody should be aligning right.
Sometimes I do like it, but not on this.
Not for today's project, not for the words, things like that. So, look at that.
I just think that looks so good.
It reminds me of a brand,
and then you can move it,
and like how they kind of do.
Like move it down to the corner more so.
Yeah.
I think that on a notebook would look so good.
So good, so good. So anyway, we're giving options. So again, this could be your centered option, and this font is a little bit more quirky, I feel like, but this one's a little bit more serious. So it depends on your vibe, it depends on what you're doing. So fun. Now, again, you have created your page in Canva. You have picture shape, you have picture color, and you've added your font, and you've typed it out and trained it, okay? The next step is we actually need this to be all white. We have to have it. We all have to do this. This is a non-negotiable. Highlight your entire text, and we're just going to go over here, and we're going to change it to white. All right? Are y'all with me? Are you guys with me? Okay, so good. So fun. Now, here is your next option, your next project, okay? You're going to click share, and you're going to click download, PNG, okay? You can do PNG, and then you can click, I just want to unselect all pages, and I'm going to select current page. Current page, I'm downloading it as a PNG. Click download, okay? It is downloading and saving to my computer. I can click on it right here, and then boom, I have this. Now, for a lot of us, we'd be like, this is a great sticker, Lauren.
Yeah, and it is.
It is.
It's a very nice looking sticker.
Yes.
But we're not done yet.
We are not done yet. So what we will do is we are going to say, thank you so much for letting me know it downloaded. What you're going to do now is you're going to add a page, okay? Click add page. It just creates like a little extra crafty area.
Yes.
And this is very common for crafters like us to have all these different pages. Right? Like we've played around with this so much.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, super, super fun. What we're going to do is we're going to now go to upload. I am going to actually upload the file I just downloaded. Isn't that funny?
Yep.
So the reason why is so that we can remove the background, and you can do this many ways.
Yes.
I'm going to preference. We're using how to do it in Canva. You could do this in so many programs.
Yes, you can.
I could actually do this without even using Canva and just use the Mac. You could probably do it in just PC. We are using how to use this tool for Canva's purpose today.
Yes.
Now, we're gonna drag, we're gonna drop. Once we are here, we are going to select, and then we are going to go to edit image.
Yes.
And after we're here under edit image, I wanna show you, this is kind of like the aha moment of yesterday with Lauren's training where it's like, wait, Canva is so much more than Design Space. Canva is so much more. The amount of effects that you have the ability to use is insane.
It really is. I was actually playing around with it earlier, and what we're fixing to do, I just want to be clear, this is a pro feature. But like Tanner said, there are so many different softwares out there.
Yeah.
If you don't have pro, you can go to those free softwares and remove the background if you want to. It's just so much easier to do it in Canva, and we're going to teach you how to do it in Canva. Like I said, Google background, free background removal tool if you don't want to pay for Canva Pro.
Period.
Do we think Canva Pro is worth every penny? Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. So we're just going to see here Magic Studio. I love these Magic Studio things. It's so good. We're going to click background remover, and it's go think for a second, and then like boom, boom, boom.
And it looks like nothing happened.
It does look like nothing happened.
It looks like absolutely nothing happened.
So good.
But that's where the magic does happen.
That's where the magic starts, okay? So, are you guys ready for this? We're going to go outside of that area. We're going to go down to
elements.
Gosh, I know. I'm like, this is so fun. I'm so excited. We were searching, remember, this is the same area where we grabbed our shape. What I love about Canva is it kind of like solidifies everything. So your images, your graphics, like everything's together. We can do like block patterns. Let's see what happens when you search block patterns. Let's see what happens. So there's a lot of options.
Try checkerboard.
Checkerboard, ooh.
Yeah.
Checker, if I could spell. Ooh. Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, I'm trying to see what this base color we have, what we could work with. I'm just prowling around, y'all. I'm doing like a little...
Just a little one over. And just so you know, some of these block patterns are editable, where you can change the colors. Just so you know.
Okay, so we're going to grab, first off, I think a pattern that has off colors, not white, or more easily readable. That's a term. We have this pattern.
See, that one is editable. You can change those colors of that checker pattern.
Wow. So I could literally change. Could literally change it to like whatever I wanted. Like,
yes.
That's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Whoa.
Not saying that you want those, but like put that hot pink in it.
Ooh.
And change the other one to that purple. And let's just see what that looks like. I don't really much care. Do it the hot pink and orange. Change the purple to orange.
Wow. Let's see what happens. So look, we can select it after we've played around with this color. We can go here to layers. And under layer, very similar to Cricut, we can click send to back. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Actually, I just need to...
I would
move it down.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, let's zoom in. Is there anyone else like Tanner? I can't see nothing. That's me. Okay, so then look, you can play around with like the exact position of the checker. One thing that's interesting is where, like how it's played out is you can't really tell it's a checker. You
can shrink it down though.
To see more, which I love.
To see more of the checker and then just duplicate it.
Yes. Move this over. And then you can scale it down. So what she's saying is we could like.
But I'm also not really feeling that behind it. But let's try something else.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna delete this one. Also, just want to show y'all, you know, up here with this one, like this is a really fun like cheetah pattern or like abstract pattern, things like that. There's a lot of different ones. So we could just search through literally just any pattern.
Just search the word pattern.
Yep. So when you search pattern, this is gonna give you a lot of patterns. So you could see there's so many different fun, like editable patterns, things like that you could pop in. These are all like dark. You could even be as
maybe try searching wave pattern. Ooh. I think that's kind of what that other one was a wave pattern.
So good. I'm gonna do wave pattern colorful. If I could spell colorful. Beautiful. Ooh.
Yeah, those are all really pretty.
Okay, let me scale this down.
I almost think that I would turn it on its side because right now the colors are going to be, you see how it's going to be one color through each word?
Yeah. So let me share with you how to do that. There's this little button here at the bottom middle. You can just rotate it. Look at that. So now what we would do is, if I was on the right page, look at this. Can I move it like that? Let me just
Yeah, you can move it down. You can just move it to each one.
Beautiful.
Just keep moving.
Beautiful, beautiful. And then what we're going to do is, see, look, that's one thing I love about it. I feel like I should have to have copied it from here.
Right.
And pasted it, but like you can just drag. I love it, love it, love it. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna scale this down. Go make sure that it's good. And then look what we're gonna do. Go back to layer, send to back. This is a great example of one that you're like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be great.
And then you get there and you can't read it.
Right? So crazy. So then we're like, okay, we're back on the hunt. We're back on the hunt. And this is part of the fun. Like this is literally part of the fun. So let's see what else we got.
We could also no, we can't now that we've downloaded it.
I know we could change the color, which is fine. We can play with this challenge. One thing to know is like it's super easy. This could be one, but then the problem with this pattern is this middle color.
But you can change it.
Okay, let's change it.
You can change
this is so fun. This is like something that Cricut could never.
I would change it to like that pink and burnt orange color. I would do like a.
Ooh, I'm loving that.
And I would even create a burnt orange almost.
Yeah, I'm like seeing if either one of these is even workable. Trying to see. So let's go ahead and click here.
Go to that first one.
Yes, and we're just going to kind of
make it a little darker.
Ooh, is this too?
Just bring it on down. Bring it on down. That's a little too much. On down.
You think?
Let it go. Let it go.
You like that?
It's not showing up on there though.
I know. Wow, hasn't it shows up in the corner?
But it's not showing up on
there. I know.
Click on the image again. I don't know. Try changing it again. Interesting.
Hello.
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 Okay.
Well, now it changed my pink.
Yeah, I would change the pink to a little bit darker. Not brighter, darker. Down. On down.
Lauren, it's black.
Right. It's not black.
It's getting there. It's dark.
Now, put it behind that though.
I know. See, that's the thing.
Trust the process. Trust me. Now put it behind there.
Ooh.
Tell me that doesn't look good.
It looks good. It looks good. It's dark. I mean,
you can lighten it though.
Yeah, you can. So that's super fun. You have this option. I love that you can play around with this and do so much of this. Barbara, if you want to register for your spot, go ahead and enroll. We just dropped you the link so you can enroll in our Canva course launching June 4th. So anyway, there's so many options. This is really, really fun as well.
It does look really dark. I don't know why. It doesn't look as dark. It didn't look as dark from back here.
Yeah, I think it's just the screen, and then like Canva wasn't updating as fast, so that's also just a consideration.
But the cool thing is if you don't like it, you can change it to what you do like.
That is so cool. Now, the last thing we did after we picked our pattern is we just added some of these flowers. Like that's all we did. And again, the flowers are customizable too. So how did we get the flowers, right? How did we get the flowers? Okay, so the last thing we did was we just went over here and searched flowers. And you could see that you can just go search flower. And then look, here it is under graphic. You can scale it down. What color should our little flowers be?
I think it should just stay.
I love it.
You can also, one other thing that you can do if you want to create something that is very cohesive, if you, on that specific element, if you hover over that element on the tool, not there, over there where you chose it.
Oh yeah.
There's 3 dots that come up. You can search a collection.
Wow.
Down to the bottom,
Fun.
view collection.
And you can see, oh my gosh, so now all of the pieces
So
that
now
go
all the
together.
pieces that artist created for that collection can now be found together. So you could add like some other flowers or some greenery.
Yes.
And now once you have your pieces there, you can even go back and change your pattern on the background to match the colors on your...
Because I'm like, I love, 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 love. You know, you have all these little accessory pieces that you can play around with. So anyway, yeah, we just added some of these little flowers. So fun, so fun, so fun. I'm going to scale it down just a little bit more. Beautiful. Zoom in here.
And then I would, once you got that, I really do think I would go back and change those colors to match the colors on the front.
Yeah. So fun.
Put that, the little one that has the 3 flowers on it.
Where do you think they should go? I was
I
like,
liked
is this
it
too
down
much?
at the bottom where you had it.
I was like, is this too much?
Now what you can do is click your pattern that's behind there. If you can go to your layers.
Yes, my layers. Where are my layers?
Click on your image first of all.
Beautiful.
Now you should say see position.
Position.
Layers.
Layers. Is this not so fun?
And now you can select your
look, y'all,
pattern.
This is literally your layers panel. So if I wanted to be like, I want to play around with my pattern for a minute, I could literally just move it up and then boom, there's my pattern. I'm going to click right here.
And now all of your coordinating colors are there. So I would choose like that pink and yellow would be really pretty.
Ooh. Let's see.
I would probably go with the lighter pink beside of it right there.
Ooh.
Now move it back to the back.
Okay, now you're like, Tanner, how am I going to get back to the layers panel, right? Go ahead, click position, and it's already at layers, and we're just going to bring it back down. Ooh, y'all, come on. Come on. I love it. So good. So good. I don't like the flowers anymore.
But I like those colors.
I love the colors.
That's what I was thinking, like grab those colors, put it on your page, coordinate all of those colors, and then take those flowers off and do the little white flowers.
Yes, I love my little white flowers. So you could do this, you can customize the colors. Again, y'all, they're so, I'm just gonna do this one as like a period. Like, period, little flower period. So fun. Focus on the good, period. So much fun. So that's part of the process of getting to play around with this, having the fun with it. Rocking this design is so incredible. Again, I'm going to just go ahead and share with you how to take it to the next level, which is just click share, go to download. You're going to click all pages, unselect all, select current, okay, and download. What we're going to do then is take our image we just made and put it in Cricut. So super simple. We will click on our new project. We are going to cancel what we were doing and we're just going to upload it again. Just like we did already. Upload an image, browse, recent, and we need to find hello there too. Beautiful. Click open and continue. And then all you need to do is clean out the
That's it.
Yep. And then look, you're good to go. Already removed it. You can double check and see it's such a high quality image. Press apply and continue. And it's a flat graphic. I am loving that new term for Cricut.
I love it.
Love it, love it, love it. Upload. And here is your sticker. This is where you get to design it now and size it. So you would measure your book. Let's just, for purpose of the training, grab your tape measure. I have this beautiful
There should have been one in front of the little thing.
Love it, it's right here. We're just gonna measure this. So we're like, okay, we have about less than 5 inches to play with by 5 by 8. So you have 5 by 8 to work with. And then you could just size it. So you want it to be, you know, you could even unlock it. So you could kind of stretch it. And it's less than 5. So it's like 4.7 by 7, which would be a perfect size, okay? So this is super, super good. You can press make it, save the project, sticker, and then here you go. It'll be set up and it'll be ready to go. And as you can see, some of the designing that you have in your back pocket is different than Cricut. Like, I just want to be very upfront and honest that Canva is not in competition with Cricut.
Nope.
Almost every tool, Lauren, that we just used today, we couldn't have done just in Cricut.
No. There are some things that are similar with both programs. They might be called something different.
Yes.
But it's just so, and the reason that I think having a second design software in your back pocket is super important is because on the days that one of them is not working, you have the other one to work with.
Yes. I mean, you have more stability.
Yes.
You have more ability to customize. Like, I love that you could take that pattern and then just pop in 2 colors and it changed the whole pattern. You know, Maker's Gonna Learn makes it so easy to grab patterns and try out different ones, but we don't have the ability to do to this level of custom.
Yes.
So this allows you to have another option. Like, I just wanna be very clear. I think before people are like, oh, I'm gonna learn Canva just to, you know, switch and like not use Cricut. That's not what we're teaching. That's not what we encourage. It is and, not or. It is Cricut and Canva. It's Maker's Gonna Learn and Canva. Like, it's not just Canva. It is not just Cricut. It is part of our tool belt. It is all working in partnership.
Yes.
It is super fun. How is this going to print and cut in Cricut? Julie, it is set up, ready to go.
Just like normal.
Just like normal. It would print it out. It would cut the full rectangle, and you'd be good to go. So what are you waiting for? Number 1.
But today we are going to be once again in Canva because I mean that's what our world is revolving around right now.
Literally, Design Space Who.
Yeah.
We have been in Canva so much. So, and this one's really cool because I feel like the book world, like the Kindle world, it's kind of like a thing right now. And also stickers are always a thing. So this is like combining the two and then creating a really fun project that also, these are good sellable projects.
Very good sellable projects to either do as like digital downloads.
Yes.
Or to do if you wanted to sell them. And this is going to be for those people who love stickers. But like are sticker hoarders, if that makes sense. Like, I used to be a sticker hoarder. Like, I would buy stickers because I love them. But then the fact that I feel like they were permanent.
And you didn't want to use them.
And I didn't want to use them. Like, I wanted to save them for something special.
Yeah.
So I would never use them. I would hoard them.
Yes, I know. My sister is like that too. I'm not. I just want to stick them all over everything.
And let's take a looky at what we are making today.
So cute.
This is so cute. And y'all, it's just a piece of paper.
Yeah, and you can change the insert out.
And you can change the insert out. So once you create one, like if you wanted to go for a certain vibe, you can do that here. And then you can make 2 or 3 of these at one time and then come back and like change them out to match your outfit or your
Sadie is
mood.
notorious for this. This is Sadie's tutorial because she likes to match her phone cases to her outfits, which is really cute in my opinion.
Yeah. So anyway, we are going to be doing this today, and we're going to be creating it in Canva, and then we are going to send it over to Design Space and then cut it out in Design Space so you can see how we do that. As far as materials, I have none on the table right now because I am a doofus. But anyway, you're going to need a mat, clearly, and you're going to need some type of cardstock paper. This is
a medium weight.
Medium, 65-pound.
Yeah.
I can tell.
I think I've got some in the printer already too, so.
So, paper, an inkjet printer, and a mat. That's it. And your case.
Susan says we're the fastest talking Tennessean she's ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's good. That means we fit in with the city folk.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So, let me go ahead and get signed into our computer really quickly. And then we will start building this.
Yeah.
And we are going to, if you'll give me just a second, we're gonna build it from scratch. Y'all, I'm not gonna do the same thing. I don't even have like in my head where I want to go with this.
I mean, if it was me, it would be
I know what it would be. Oh, I know. I knew you were going there.
I mean, what else would I do? I'm obsessed. I'm just obsessed.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
What can I say except you're welcome?
I mean, truly, I'm addicted. It's a problem.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go ahead and hop over to our share screen. And we are going to start by grabbing some cut files from the MGL website. We are going to merge cut files from the website with some Canva elements as well. And we're going to show you really what the secret sauce for today is. We're going to show you how you can add a offset, and I say that in quotations, an offset to your files in Canva, okay? So if we're just, we want to make it, if you will do it, a quart of thorns and roses for those who were curious. So first thing that pops into my mind is I need mountains.
Yes.
So let's go find us a mountain file.
Valaris. The city of starlights. Are there wolves? No.
I kind of like this one, and I think we can cut that off possibly.
Yeah, digging that for sure.
And I'll show you.
Oh, that's giving.
That's it. Okay.
Yeah, I like it.
So we're gonna grab this. It's even the right colors, I feel like. When we can add some stuff to it. We'll add the 3 stars on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got that one. We've downloaded that one. Let's go to stars. We're gonna need these stars.
I always use those stars, you guys.
Always.
I use them all the time.
Yes, love those stars. T. We're gonna look for a teacup.
The tea.
Teacup.
Tea.
Positivity. I could probably cut that off and use that one possibly. Now some of these what?
The tea bag flowers. That's kind of cute.
I like. We'll get that one. I like the tea bag. And we'll do something about the cereal.
Yeah.
Cereal always has the hottest tea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Piping hot cereal tea.
Okay, so we'll get that one, and then we have stars, we have mountains, we have the tea. What else do we need?
We need wings.
I'll probably grab those from Canva.
Okay. Do we need to do like a word one? Let's do like a Valaris or hello Feyre darling.
Okay, so let's go to our fonts. Lindsay asked what, first of all, look at our new fonts. They're super cute. She asked, what book did y'all say this is? This is A Court of Thorns and Roses.
If you're interested, you should definitely read it. So we can all be on the same page. I feel like telling everyone to read it so we can all talk about it.
So we'll grab a font. Let's see what kind of font we want. I think this Arabella is pretty.
It's giving.
It's giving Favorite Darling. So we'll download that one, and then we'll grab the rest of it from Canva. So let's go to Canva. Now that we've got, actually let me go back and let me unzip these files real quick. So really quickly, I'm going to, first of all, you technically in Canva don't have to install a font onto your computer to get it onto Canva, just FYI. But we can do, we're gonna unzip this. We're gonna make sure we unzip each file. So we'll come back here, stars, unzip, back here, mountains, unzip. Okay, so we're good. We're gonna go back to Canva. First thing we're gonna do is we are going to create a design. Now, we are in the new interface of Canva. We are gonna start using that here, so just be aware this may not be exactly what yours looks like right now, but it is going to be what yours looks like come August. So just go ahead and be prepared. I'm doing this on an 8.5 by 11. That way I can get the right or similar sizing that I need, because I know that I'm going to print this on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So that's why I always choose the size paper that I'm printing on, just so I can keep it in my head the right size according to what we're doing. So I'm choosing 8.5 by 11. It's going to, oh, that's new.
What?
Okay, so normally Canva will open up a new page when you create a new design. It did not do that this time.
Cool. So where's your old page?
This is it, I'm on it. It's not, it doesn't open up a new page.
What if you had something on the old page though?
Well, I went back home. I was from the home screen and created a new design.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So anyway,
less tabs is better, in my opinion.
Fun fact. So what we're gonna do is I personally am gonna start by uploading my designs that I need, that I just downloaded. So I am going to come over here to uploads. I'm going to select upload files, and you can do this a couple different ways. You can select the uploads files and go to your downloads, or you can bring in your Finder or whatever other, it's Finder for Mac. It is
File Explorer.
File Explorer for
Windows
computers. So you can take this, and we're just going to drag and drop.
Yaha.
Super easy. And actually, I may go ahead and do the SVG2 and pull that in, and that way I can edit the colors.
Christine made a really good point. So she says, I hope I learned something, but I don't use Kindle other than on my phone. So this tutorial, and any other tutorial for that matter that we do, we always try to teach you all techniques rather than just for that specific project. So just because we're showing you a Kindle like background or Kindle case cover or whatever.
Yes.
This can be adapted, this technique can be adapted to fit whatever case. So it could be your laptop cover, it could be your cell phone case, anything.
Yes.
You're just gonna have to fix the dimensions of whatever you're designing on, but you can do the same exact thing that we're doing.
So you can do this literally for anything. All we have done, and we'll go overhead, we have bought a clear case from Amazon. So this can be for your Kindle. Clearly we don't have a Kindle in it, but you could even get a clear case for your laptop. And now it would be kind of hard to do a full like laptop sleeve, because it's not, unless you have a printer that can print larger than 8.5 by 11, you could probably do it. Like ours is 12 by 12, and would that fit? Do you no, yours is a 15 inch.
Yeah, mine's 15.
So it'd still be 12 by 12. So if you have a smaller laptop, you could do that, or you can do this with a phone case and just get a clear, like this is a clear plastic rubbery case that we got from Amazon. You could get this for a phone and do the same thing for your phone. So tablet would work, iPad, all of those things would be great for this project. It doesn't have to just be a Kindle. It can be any device that you want. So just keep that in mind. So we'll go back to our share screen and we're just gonna start the process of building now that I've grabbed the MGL files that I plan on using. And like I said, I'm gonna do a little mix of MGL and Canva files. But in case you all didn't know, when you are downloading images into Canva, if you have the option, I personally would always download the SVG versus the PNG, and here is why. Because when I pull in certain things, for example, if I would have downloaded the PNG of these stars, they would have had to have stayed that yellow color. However, because I downloaded the SVG version, I can now come up here to the color and I can change the color to literally whatever I want. Whereas, like I said, if it's a PNG, it is a set color. Same thing with the mountains, and I'll bring in both of these mountains so you can see. So let me delete the stars right here. This one is the PNG version of the mountain, okay? This is the PNG. Do you see up here where there's nowhere to change your colors? I mean, I can go to edit, and I can edit the photo if I wanted to adjust. You can change the temperature and adjust it that way.
Even duotone, you can kind of.
You can, yeah, you
but
can.
like, it's not specific.
Right.
It's
and
hard.
It's really just changing. It is changing the colors, but it's not to what you want. You're just limited to what you have. And like Alicia said, you can go to duotone, like here is duotone, and you can change it that way a little bit. But if I click on this one, you can see that all of these colors are picked up here, and I can change the colors according to whatever I want.
Yes.
So it's completely customizable that way, and then you can still go to edit and you can still edit and add filters and all of that stuff if you wanted to, but each individual color is editable and you can truly make it customizable. So if you have the option, that's why I always say to download the SVG version versus the PNG. So we're just going to bring these back in, and we'll bring each of these in, and I will size and edit them here in just a second. Like this tea bag, I knew I didn't want it yellow. That's why I downloaded the PNG, so I could change it to black. So we are going to start the process of building our insert for our Kindle case.
Yeah.
So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to elements, and I want to choose my background. So you can, if you wanted to, let's just type in background and see everything that comes up. And you can see here, you can choose a photo or you can go to graphics, and we'll just go to graphics. There's some really cool backgrounds that pulls up. If there is something very specific that you want, you can search something very specific. But if I don't have anything in mind, normally I just start out when I just type in background and go from there. So I believe that I want,
It's hard to decide on
I know.
on the tip of the hat.
I think I'm gonna go with this.
Cute.
However, and I am turning it on its side, and I am going to send it all the way to the back. However, I'm changing the colors, and I want, I kind of like that creamy.
Oh yeah, I love the cream with the black.
But I mean, I also love a good white.
What about a cream and a white instead of a cream and a black? So it's like more subtle.
No? Yeah? No? Okay.
Maybe like a black and a less black.
A black and a less black? Okay.
I don't know about gray, but like a black and like a dark purple or something.
Ooh, that would be pretty. Let's go to here.
The gray's not bad though. like a muted dark. I love that. It's giving Beetlejuice. You guys, there's a new Beetlejuice movie coming out.
Yeah.
You guys knew?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I'm obsessed with Beetlejuice. I've probably watched Beetlejuice more times than any other movie ever besides Burlesque. I've watched Burlesque a lot of times, and Titanic. So I have a wider range of movie. But when I saw the preview for that, I was like almost cried. I almost cried. And it has everyone in it.
I know. I'm excited.
Except it's not the original Beetlejuice, but I'll allow it.
I'll allow.
I'm really excited.
Okay. So now what we're going to do is we are going to start placing our faux stickers kind of where we want it. So I'm going to start, and we'll zoom in so you guys can see. I'm actually going to change this back to black, and I changed it to white because you can't see it, but I want to, after I change it to black, I want to come over here to edit. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down to where it says shadows. Now, this is it kind of throws you off, but this is where you're going to find your outline. So when we go to shadows, we come over here to outline. Now we can add a white outline, and then we can size it up so that it starts to fill up. Now there are a couple little places inside that I do want to fill up as well. So I'll show you how I would do that. I'm going to make it, no, I still think I want it pretty large for this one.
Cute.
And I really don't like that white against that either. So now I don't know what I want to do.
You guys, I was wrong. It is Michael Keaton in both the old and the new Beetlejuice. He looks a lot different in the new one. It looks like his head grew.
What? It looks like his head.
Like in the preview, I was like, that new Beetlejuice has a really large head. But I didn't think it in the original one. He looks much smaller.
I don't know what color I want my outline to be. I'm having issues.
Wait, why not white? You didn't like it? Ooh, that's pretty, Lauren. That like misty grayish blue. I'm feeling the purples and the blues and like the cool tones.
I feel like you almost have to because it's night court theme.
Yeah, me too. I like that. Like an icy blue.
I don't like that as much. Let me go back up to icy.
I'm honestly, you guys, impressed that Lauren is so making this decision so quickly.
I mean,
This is
yeah.
not
Same.
something Lauren would normally do, but you're doing a great job.
Thanks. Thanks. I appreciate it. Okay. So remember I said when you add this outline, it's still going to give you, there are possibilities of there being like places inside. And I want this to be fully done. And let me make this a little bit smaller possibly. Okay. This is a little bit better, but
cute.
It's still not giving in the middle. So what I would do is I'm gonna pull in a square, and I showed you guys how to do this the other day. And now this blue is not coming up. we're gonna have to get this hex code.
Get it, girl.
BBCDD4.
BBCDD4.
Okay, so we're gonna come back over here. I'm going to type in this hex code.
Didn't even need me.
Beautiful. Did not need you. And I'm just going to size this down. We might have to rotate it a little bit. And don't worry if it overlaps some of this stuff. It's not a big deal because what we're fixing to do next is I am sending to back. And look, now it's all taken care of. Boom. Like normal. And now I'm going to select, I'm actually going to go to position because it's hard, and I'm going to go to my layers panel. So I have the tea bag selected and I have the little square that I put behind it. I'm going to select that. You see they're both purple. Now I'm going to come over here and I'm going to group them together. So now you can see how they grouped those together, and now I can resize this and it sizes the whole thing. So that is just my little hack when it comes to, ooh.
Where's it going?
Where is it going?
Did it not attach?
It did, but where I was squeezing it in, it also squeezed in what was behind it. So I was just trying to edit that down. Not a big deal. Not a big deal.
That's a good little hack though, really.
Yes.
Because you'll run into that problem a lot.
Yeah. So we'll play around with the positioning of it, but we're still going to go with and I think I want to change one little part of this to this icy blue. Let me change this one to that blue so that nope, I want to go back. I don't like that one. Maybe this one to the icy blue. Yes. So that we're starting to fit together.
Yeah.
And I do think I want to change this one to the color of the, no. Do you see where I changed that to the purple that's behind it?
Yeah.
I don't think I like that as much.
Not the vibe.
No.
We can incorporate it elsewhere.
We'll incorporate it elsewhere. Actually, we could make the stars. So another thing that you can do to edit out certain features. So like, let's say you only wanted one of these stars. What I would do is I would go to edit, and then we can crop, if you'll give me a second. We're still also right here. Let's just crop. And you can crop out like the other features and just have like the one little star. So now I just have the one that I can place.
And you can duplicate it and resize it if you needed to.
Yeah. So that is a workaround when it comes to, and I'm just making this bounding box smaller just because I'm a psycho. I'm really not editing anything out. I'm just making that bounding box smaller. So now we can make this larger, and like we can zoom in and we can add in our stars here on top.
Cutesy pootsy.
And then we can duplicate and make this one a little smaller, and duplicate again and bring this one over here. And now we're gonna change the colors to that dark purple. Yes, it's coming together.
It's starting to form. You can see it so much better now.
Now do you see where we're going?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm digging. I'm digging.
Me too.
I also think I want to change the outline of this. I don't know if it's gonna work. No, that is not giving personally.
What was it, black?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it black. We'll just keep it black. Not a big deal, not a big deal. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to select all of these as well, and I'm just gonna group them together just so they don't move, so that they all move in unison. We're gonna move in unison. And we're just gonna keep adding little stickers around here. So I do want to say, I'm gonna show you, we'll add some text. So let's come over here to our text. I want to add a new font. So we're gonna add new, upload a font. This is, if you have Pro, you can do this. We're gonna select add new. Remember how I said that you don't have to download onto your computer to get it into Canva? You don't. So all you have to do is come over here. The Arabella is the name of the font, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Okay, Arabella. I didn't unzip it. That's what I didn't do. Let's do that real quick. Let's go back over here and unzip. Beautiful. So now it's there. We can come back to Canva. We can go to add new font, upload a font. Now we can go to add new, downloads. You know what? We're just gonna pull in our Finder, and I'm just gonna drag and drop.
Sometimes you can still that's drag the easiest way. For some reason, I have been having a hard time finding my font downloads on like Canva.
I know. So we're gonna come back to our box over here. I hit T. That is my little hacky hack when it comes to adding a text box in Canva, is all you have to do is hit the letter T. And we're gonna change this to that Arabella font. So we have to go to See All, and we're gonna type in Arabella Boom. Now, hello. Is it hello, comma, Farah, darling?
Is it? Hello, Farah. Pause, darling. Let me Google it. Hello, Farah. I don't know what it looks like in the book. Okay.
Okay, so we are going to make this a lot bigger.
Hello, comma, Farah, darling.
Okay, that's what I thought.
In my brain, I don't say it like that.
I know. Maybe this one's gonna have to be white. Maybe this one is not. Oof. I'm not digging. I'm not digging it yet.
I kind of like that font.
I do like the font.
Yeah.
It's just like,
It needs an offset.
It does need an offset. So what we're gonna do to add an offset to this is we are going to go to this little arrow, see more, and now you can add lift, you can make it hollow, you can do the splice, you can do an offset. So let's add an offset. I'm gonna click it again. So if you are in here, to get it really, you can change the basic color of the font here if you are in the new Canva, but to change your outline color, you click it once, or let's say here we have Echo, so we want to do outline. You have to click it again for it to come up the outline color and the thickness of the outline. What do we think with that?
I think the word needs to be a different color, maybe.
Okay.
It's hard to see from here.
So let's go to text color, black,
Yeah, maybe. You can see it a lot better now. Definitely.
purple.
No. I think black, probably.
Okay.
I love these colors.
What if we did black and then we come back to the outline color? No. I'm kind of digging like this lilac.
Yeah, I like
Let's do
that.
lilac. Okay. So we're going to zoom back out. We're just moving things around where we want them. Let's add some Canva elements. So let's go to elements and we'll do, what's next?
Let's think. We've got tea, we've got mountain, so we have a quote sort of.
Bat wings.
Bat wings, yeah.
We need bat wings. So we're just typing in what we're looking for, and then we will add it to our canvas.
Teresa, we're going to show you how to print this from Canva.
Yes, we're going to show you how to print this from Canva, or we're going to show you how to print it. We're going to show, first of all, we're going to show you how to, first thing we're going to do is we're going to show you how to, what am I trying to say? How to download it from Canva to print from Cricut.
Cricut, yes. So
You
can
do
make it
have
a print
to print
and
it
cut.
from Cricut.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing now is I'm just changing, adding more elements. We're gonna have to change the color of the wings to black. But once again, we're going back to edit. We're going to the shadows. Okay, we're going to our outline. We're gonna add an outline color. Let's do, a darker blue maybe? No. Oh,
It's
Lord.
interesting selecting offsets for this background because it's pretty contrasted.
Yeah.
And so you like run into the issue of trying to find a color that pops off of the back while not being too dark for the image.
I think I like that one. It's like blue, but it's not white, but it's also not blue.
That's cute.
So what I'm doing now, because if you look, I don't have, this is going to be pretty large for what we are going to be working with, and I'm going to show you how we'll do this here in a minute. So I don't want, if you have Canva elements, you can actually kind of like push them off to the side and they get cut off by the side of the paper. However, with this one, it's not off to the side. So what you can do if you want part of it hanging off the side, you can do that. And then if you bring it in, you can snap that to that edge so that it looks like it's hanging off. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that's what we're gonna do for this. We're just gonna make it look like it's hanging off the edge so the full thing is not on there. So we're just gonna keep building some other things. Let's do City of Starlight. So once again, I'm gonna add another text box here. I'm going to change the font for this one, but I want to do City of, did I not spell that right? City of Starlight. And then I'm going to change my font. We're gonna go to See All. We don't want this.
Type in tan. This is something I've been doing for like 2 weeks now. All the font. Oh, do you? Well, because like all my favorite fonts start with tan, and I searched it and I was like, all these fonts.
I love this one.
That one's cute. Yeah.
I
See,
love it.
aren't all those fonts so cute though?
And I'm gonna pull this down. I'm gonna
like
take
overlapping?
this here. I'm going to go to the arrows. And we are going to effects, gonna curve this. Look how good that fits there.
Oh, cute.
Like it already curved it to almost exactly what I needed.
Perfect. I love that.
And then let's change the color.
I'm gonna need to go get a Kindle just so I can pop this in there, you know?
I know. I want to kind of be like that. It's blue, but it's not blue. It's almost white, but it's not white. Okay. I'm gonna come back down here to my uploads because I want to use my Bat Boys that I made.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
Except I am going to change the colors. Darn it. See, okay, here is another instance where this is a PNG and I can't change the color, but let's see if we can go to edit and see if we can find a duotone that looks kind of like what we want to go for. I bet we won't. Oh, there's a purpley. Okay. I'm trying to get close to that blue color, and now I'm gonna go back to my shadows, and we're gonna add an outline, and I want the outline, that is what I want.
And I think the key to making these look like stickers is adding that offset.
Yeah, it really is. So now I'm going to zoom back out. I'm actually gonna move my T over here and change it like this. And I think I want to have Bat Boys like, oh, I need to group these together and move them like up here in the corner. And now I'm gonna put Bat Boys here, and I'm actually gonna pull this down and make this full again. And now I can kind of, I'm gonna zoom back in. Oh, is using nervy to mean nervous a Southern thing, or I think it's just a younger generation, like a generational thing.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like I'm getting kind of nervy about it.
I'm a little nervy.
I'm a little nervy. I'm actually gonna bring this forward so that wing kind of overlaps like that. Nope.
Shawnee Mom's Shop is asking, can we put an outline around City of Starlight and the mountains? I'm wondering if you group things together, you can add that outline effect at the same time. I was thinking that earlier.
Nope, it's just doing
Whichever
it's just doing one or the other.
Okay.
But let me see if I can select both. So I've got them both selected. And no, it's like just doing one or the other.
Okay. I was curious.
Yeah.
It's not like when you group things together, they're not united like they would be in Cricut Design Space, which is, you know, in our brains, we've been using Unite and stuff like that. So it's not the same.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, you get the gist of how we're gonna do this. Let's add a couple more stars just because.
A little razzle dazzle.
A little razzle dazzle.
It looks really cute. I love it. I love the colors.
I'm gonna add these stars. These are actually MGL stars, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think we used those on the first one.
We did. So same thing, I'm just gonna add these over here, but do you all see how it's hanging off the side? I don't want that, so I'm just gonna snap that in like that to look like little doodles. I think I'm just gonna leave the white. I don't hate it with that one, but I didn't like it with all the other stuff.
Because if that didn't have it, it would be like, you wouldn't be able to tell.
Right?
Yeah.
Donna says, I wish Canva had a unite. I agree, but I think it's out of the realm for Canva, in all honesty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like not, Unite is like meant for what you use the Cricut for, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Also, I think did I ungroup those on accident? I don't know. Anyway, I want something, like a little something here and a little something there, but I don't know what I want. Anyway.
I don't know that I wouldn't just leave it.
Maybe just like some hearts.
Yeah, like just like a filler, something small.
Yeah, so we'll add some hearts. Once again, they're gonna be, and what I think I might do, let's change the color to like this pretty blue. And then I'm gonna send them to back. Oh, what did I just do? Okay, thank goodness. I was trying to send it to back.
Lucky for you, Canva just saves your work as you go. That's one thing I love about Canva.
I know.
Just saves as you go.
And I still think I'm not digging the placement. Oh, I kind of like that.
That's cutesy.
It like takes up the, no, I don't like that.
Not that
actually.
big, just like, it's just littler. I honestly don't hate that negative space down there. Like if you just did a couple little hearts.
Just like that?
Yeah, I feel like that looks, I mean, I feel like maybe it needs an offset. Or yeah, that's cute.
Let me just do this.
I am digging the Bat Boys. I want to make that an actual sticker.
The only thing with the Bat Boys right now is I have to kind of line it up to the side. Or I could just slice it off when we get into Cricut.
Yeah, just slice it off.
Maybe even like, let me bring it to the front. I think I like it in the front better than the back.
So cute.
Yeah. Okay, now let's add an offset. So or a faux offset. We're gonna go back to this, effects, shadow, outline, change the color.
Lindsay says your designs are a fire emoji.
Yeah, I'm not digging the outline. Let me just look for some more hearts and then we're gonna be done. And then we're gonna do it into Cricut, okay?
Janice said, hang a bat upside down attached to the bottom of Bat Boy. Listen, Bat Boy is something that they call the guys, they're making fun of them. Like, they're actually fairies. But
No, they're not. They're Illyrian warriors.
Whatever. They're basically fairies. They're like fairies.
That's not what I want either. I don't want, let's do a doodle heart. Let's do a doodle heart.
Listen, you can't go wrong with a doodle heart. Unless
You can't
you
go
gotta
wrong
have an
with a doodle
offset on
heart.
it.
I'm going to. If you'll give me Gus a second.
Gus.
Gus a second. We'll do that, and then we're gonna go to edit, and then we're gonna go to the shadows and outline. Change the color. Beautiful. Love. Gorgeous.
Gorgina.
Now, this is what we have, okay? So now what we're gonna do is before I go to actually download it, okay? Before I go to download, what I'm gonna do is we'll go overhead. I'm gonna take the insert here and I'm going to figure out what size this insert is. So we're looking at 6.5 by 4.5. So let's go back to Canva. So we're gonna size this, and you can see in the bottom, like right down here, watch, you can see the, seeing it go down. So we're gonna actually make it, let's do, because here's 6.5 by width of a 5. Not a problem.
Now, when you pull it into Canva, or I'm sorry, when you pull it into Design Space, it's going to blow up anyways.
Yep. So let's go back. I was just trying to make sure my ratios were right.
Okay, I got you.
So we're just going to bring this here, which it is hanging off, so that's going to throw it off a little bit too.
Yeah.
So let's just go ahead and go to share. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to download. We're doing this as a PNG. Okay, we're doing it as a PNG. You don't have to do transparent background with this. I'm actually not going to, because this white is touching this white, so I'm kind of nervous about that. Anyway, we're just going to, and we'll take the white out when we get to Cricut Design Space. So we're going to download as a PNG. We're not going to do transparent background right now. We're just going to select download. Now, once that downloads, or while that's downloading, I'm going to go ahead and upload or open up Cricut Design Space. We're going to go to new. We'll just hit save. I don't remember. Oh, yeah, that was our cool shirts that we did. And then we're going to open up a new page in Design Space. If it's going to work with us today, who knows?
I mean, that screen was opened like last week.
Yeah, so
it's been a
maybe we'll just.
You don't have to save it.
We'll just quit it and we'll come back.
Beautiful.
So we're gonna go to our canvas. What we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here to uploads. Anyway,
come on.
Maybe.
Come on.
I'm gonna bring in, we're gonna hit upload image. I'm gonna bring in the Finder. Here is our PNG that we have. Beautiful. We're gonna go to continue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select this white to remove this background. Beautiful. It did not remove my white over here. That's all I needed. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to apply and continue. Oh, it did remove part of the background. Do you see this right here? Mm-hmm. Let's go to cancel. Let's go back to upload. This is what I was afraid of. For some reason, it's just.
So why?
So what we're gonna do this. It's because the white was touching white. So we're just gonna pull this back in. We're gonna go to continue. I'm going to zoom in. It's because that white is touching that white. I'm gonna go to erase. And I'm going to separate these two whites right here. Like that. We're gonna go to select, then we'll select it.
So are you doing that for people who don't have Canva Pro?
No, the reason I was doing this, and it still got rid of that inside. So we're gonna go to cancel, we're gonna go back to Canva. The reason that I was doing this is because in Canva, this white is also touching this white. So if you do remove background, it's gonna remove this background too. It's gonna see this white as a background.
Really?
I think so.
I would love to see if it does.
Well, let's try it.
I'm curious now.
Curious at this point. So we're gonna go to PNG, transparent background, download. Now, while that downloads, back to Design Space, upload, upload image, Finder. This is the new one. Drag and drop. Maybe it didn't. Maybe I'm crazy. I'm insane. In the membrane. So it
But
didn't.
the only reason that I thought it wouldn't is because, and maybe this is not poor logic. Obviously, it's coming out of my brain, but like if you change the color of the background to blue and then you hit transparent background, it knows that that offset is connected to that star. Like Canva's brain knows. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Anyways.
So anyway,
I'm glad it worked.
transparent background worked best because we did have white touching white.
Yeah.
Experiments, yeah.
Experiment.
So now that we have our little insert into Design Space, we're now going to size it. Actually, I'm going to grab a shape first because for this one, the corners are rounded. So I'm going to grab this rounded corner square right here. I'm going to go to unlock. The width was 4.5, so 4.5 by a height of 6.5. So this is the size that we have to have. What we're going to do is we're just going to size this down. We'll change this to a guide so that we can see exactly what we're working with. So we need this a little bit bigger. And now you can see I'm actually going to end up cutting off some of the stars over there, but I want to keep City of Starlight and Bat Boys for the most part in it. So this is why I was trying to get the ratio correct, because with this one specifically, we are going to cut off a little bit of some of these things. But it's not a big deal, not a big deal. You don't have to do this if you have a case that has the sharp edges. We just have rounded edges on this one. So we are going to select both of these and just slice that out. So now we have this extra, and we know for a fact that this is now going to fit in our insert. Look how cute.
That is cute. I actually like that it goes off the edge a little bit.
I do too, because it kind of looks like it was made that way.
Yeah.
That's just my personal preference, but to each their own. So now we are gonna go to make it. We're gonna save this. We'll save it as Kindle insert. And now what we're going to do, it will then put it on our 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. We're gonna go to continue. We're gonna send this to printer. I am gonna add the bleed because I don't want any white showing. And then we're going to use System Dialog. We are using the 9500 series, and we're going to select print. What we're then doing is we're going to feed this from rear tray. I've gotten here recently to where I always change my media type to photo just because I feel like I get the best quality. And then we're turning it to best quality as well, and we're going to select print. Now, we did have a question. Ashley asked, should we have sized the blank page in Canva before we started so we wouldn't have this issue? You can if you want to. The only thing is if you go ahead and size it to the 4.5 by 6.5, then when you go into Design Space, if you do have to have rounded corners on it, it's not gonna download with rounded corners unless you use like a rounded corner background, and there's not a slice function.
Right.
So this is the best way that we found. You want it to be a little bit bigger than the 4.5 by 6.5. Like you could do 5 by 7 and design it that way. Just know you're gonna have a 1/2 inch on each side that you're gonna be working with. So you can do that. It's really your preference on what you want to do. Did you guys know, if you wanted to, let's go back, and while I'm doing this, if you could go out there and check that for me.
Yes.
You can resize and magic switch. So what you can do is you can resize this whole thing. And what we can do is we can go to custom size, and I said it was 4.5 by 6.5. So I said to do 5 by 7. So we can do 5 by 7. Continue, and then we can, you can either copy and resize, or you can just resize the whole thing. So we just do copy and resize, and we want to open the 5 by 7. So now we know that this is on 5 by 7, and what you can do is select all of it and put it all on the 5 by 7, which for some reason this still is like not the actual correct like ratios, but it works. So now you have this all as 5 by 7, you know you have a 1/2 inch to work with. So you could even like move this down if you don't feel as comfortable with it being that close to the edge. That way you know it's not gonna get cut off. And actually I like that overlap, like the Bat Boys overlapping that a whole lot. And like bringing all of your stuff in a little bit closer if you wanted to. Totally personal preference, whatever you want. But now we'll go overhead. You can see that we have a perfectly sized little insert for our Kindle.
Cute.
Except that turned out to look more like charcoal gray than it did purple.
I know, but I really like that. I like how it looks, but yeah, it's definitely not the same color.
Okay, that's the only problem is, so if you all have noticed in Canva, if you're printing something, it gives you the option, when you go to share, it gives you the option to download as PDF print, which is best for printing. The only problem is you can't upload a PDF print into Design Space.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna give you the truest colors if you download it that way. Like if you're sending something to a professional printer, I highly suggest downloading it that way. That's gonna give you the most true colors. But anyway, I digress. I still don't hate this. So we're going to just go ahead and add this to our mat. We'll go back into Design Space and we're gonna cut this on our Cricut.
Beautiful.
But just for the purpose of today, PNG works just fine. Oh, how cute. Now, look how perfect that fit in there.
It literally fits perfect, like a glove.
Look how stinking cute.
I love it.
I'm obsessed. What do y'all think?
10 out of 10, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Now, what you can do is you can have all of your different ones, or not all of them. You can keep a couple in there. You can't stack too many, but you could have a couple in there. That way, if you're like, I'm not feeling this, the book I'm reading is not, it's more happy-go-lucky, you can change it back to this one.
I love it. I also love how polarizing those designs are.
I know.
Like one is like light and airy and colorful, and one's like
polar opposites.
Yeah, I love it. So cute. So you can see how easily these could be to sell.
Yes,
because,
as like digital downloads for sure, or if you just like paper.
Yeah.
If you wanted to sell them like at a local craft event, I don't know.
You can do custom ones, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just love these. I think they're so fun. And it's just like a different take on things you can do with Canva and your Cricut too. So love it.
Super, super cute. We don't have anything on the table.
Why?
Why? Because what I'm going to be teaching you today is actually crafting, but in the digital space.
Yeah.
Because we are creating something that you can turn around and sell. You can use for yourself, or you can turn around and sell it. Either way. So, with all of it being said, we don't have any supplies to go over other than you need a Canva account. That's it. Now, we don't have anything linked down below for you guys. Whatever we use today, this is going to be a very organic design along with me situation. But before we get started, I do want to talk about how you can sell in the digital space, because I think that we need a base of what you can do, how you can do it. And then we'll get into the designing portion. So in the digital space, if we're talking about crafts, and especially those of us that love to learn, like love to design, there are a few things that we can sell. So the first thing that we can sell are templates, whether that be an invitation template, a wedding template, planner templates. I mean, literally the list goes on and on and on and on. But templates are one thing that you can sell in the digital space. Now, templates do require so what a template is you are the creator, you are the one who puts it together, and then you sell what you've put together to someone else who then comes in and adds their personalization, whether it be a name, a date, or a place. Things like that. Very simple, straightforward, but it kind of cuts out the middleman. So you create it, you build a guide for your potential customers, and then you sell it to them, and then they go in there and personalize it, right? So that is the basis of what a template is. Next, in the digital space, we have what we call printables. Those are designs that we create that can then be purchased and literally just printed out, whether that is printed out with someone's printer at home or printed out at a professional print shop. That is what I consider printables. So printables can be coloring pages, worksheets, children's activities. You can have wall art. You can have, I don't know, there's so many.
Printables are probably my personal favorite. I just think they're so cute.
Printables are very, very fun, can be very fun. The way that I keep in my mind a template and a printable separate is a template is something that if Alicia purchases from me, she's paying for my design knowledge to put everything where it needs to go, because I don't know where it needs to go, but I can go in there and put my personal touch on it, like names and stuff.
Yeah.
A printable is something I'm just going to purchase that. Let's say Sadie purchases a printable from me. Sadie doesn't want to do the editing portion. Sadie just wants to print it off and be done. So that's the difference. Stickers can also be printables. The thing with stickers is it takes more work than just printing it.
Right.
So I wouldn't
consumer.
For the consumer it takes more work. And then the last one is going to be just straight up digital downloads. So that might be where your stickers fall in. Maybe you take time and create the sticker, and then your customer purchases the file from you, and because they have the knowledge to create the sticker from there.
Yeah.
So it's like digital downloads is the third kind of realm in the digital world of how you can sell. And like I said, that is going to be literally your customer purchases from you and they download it on their computer and use it however, whether that be a PNG, an SVG, and you can get into a little more with the digital downloads. You could do digital planners and things like that, but that's going to be, think of a digital download as something that someone purchases from you that they're strictly just going to use in the digital space.
Yes.
For us, it's going to be files. 9 times out of 10, it's going to be files. So those are kind of like the 3 avenues that we have that you can sell in the digital space. Today, we are going to focus on printables, and specifically printables that people can print out and use as a children's activity or a gift. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop over into Canva and let's start building. But before we go into Canva, let's go ahead and hop over to Etsy and let me talk about, I've talked about the differences and the things. So here you can see I've literally just in Etsy typed in template. So I want you to really see and feel and understand the difference. So right here, this is a custom sign, fully editable. You can see somebody has created this, and there's obviously, I think there's going to be multiple in this, right? So what somebody has done is they have chosen text, because a lot of people, and I say this with the general public in mind, the general public, I would think, when it comes to designing, would probably have issues with text like font pairing.
And like adding the swashes on the C and the S.
Right.
And like the spacing, like you all have a lot of knowledge. Like I think even us going through this is going to show you, like you all really have a lot of knowledge on when it comes to font pairing and things like that, because you're with us all the time. But like lots of other people do not have that like base knowledge.
They don't. And so what do? They come here to Etsy and they look for something. So if, let's just say, and I just want to show you real quickly, like this one is a pitch deck template. You can see there are an insane amount of templates that can be purchased. Lots of niches
you can get into too.
Lots and lots of niches. So let's just go back and let's just top in, since the first one was a custom wedding sign. The wedding niche in and of itself is huge.
Yeah.
So here you can see we have wedding templates that people can purchase from you and pop in what they need. So wedding planners, wedding invitations, wedding signage, all of this, these are all things that people have created as templates that are sold on Etsy. Here's another one, a newspaper program. Like, it's taken someone lots of time to put this template together, and all the customer has to do is pop their picture in and their name and change out, like the word search is done for them. You can change some of this fun. You can add a Venmo QR code. Like, that's something the consumer is gonna do, but it takes a lot of time to build this template. Right. And that's what people are purchasing from you, okay? So that's just a quick thing for template. The next thing is going to be printables. Now, if you type in printable, it's not gonna come up. You do kind of have to get specific. I mean, I can show you. When we type in printable, you can see we have invitations, but like this is gonna be considered a template. Coloring pages are good printables. Wall art, printables. This one is gonna be a personalized printable.
That's
you can see
cute.
It is very cute. If you do personalized, you can charge a little more versus if you just as another type of printable, $6.
It's more generic.
Right.
So you're not having to do the personalization, but it's still sellable.
Right. So these are all things that you create once. Printables are things that you'll create once, and so are templates, and then list them and let it go. So what we're going to be creating today is going to be handprint art specifically. So here we're gonna just type in handprint art like this, and look at all of these super cute handprint arts.
There's so many cute ones, y'all.
So many
These
cute
are my
ones.
favorite. I just think they're so sweet. And I like receiving these as gifts. I like giving them as gifts. I was telling Lauren, Mama's birthday's this weekend. I need to make her like a card. This would be such a good alternative to something like that.
Yep. So this is what we are going to be creating today. We are going to be creating handprint art in Canva. And then if you want to recreate it and you have an Etsy and you want to pop it in there, have at it. Yeah. Now I will say, you are going to get more hits with printables and things like that if you have a larger collection versus just posting one at a time. You can see most of these handprint arts have multiple. Like this one has 20 in a collection. This one has 300 plus. That's a little crazy. Affirmations, this one has 15. So just keep in mind, if you're gonna do something like this, it's more than just one printable, okay?
Right.
So with that being said, let's pop over to Canva, and actually I've got this pulled up, but we're gonna go to home so we can walk you through step by step exactly how to design this. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna select create a design. Now this is gonna be a pretty important step right here when you are creating, whether it's a template, a printable, a digital download. It's going to be important to size this based on the size that it's going to be printed on. So with printables, and especially with children's activities, this is, I would say, 9 times out of 10, more than likely going to be printed on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. However, if you want to create, there's a lot that goes into this. We're not gonna touch base on size aspect ratios today, but you do wanna think about what size your customer is going to print it on, but also it's more than just that. That's why you need to be there Sunday, I promise. So today we're just gonna create it in 8.5 by 11.
We're just printing it out with the printer.
We're just gonna print it out with a printer today, okay? So 8.5 by 11, I went down to custom size. We use 8.5 by 11 all the time, so that's the one that I chose. And now we are going to start designing. Now we have an idea. I have an idea of what I want to design. And that is one, we saw one that said it had an L and then the handprint was for the O. So I am imagining a hand E. So the first thing I personally am going to do is I'm going to type in handprint, and I'm just going to use this handprint kind of as a guide. So we're going to size it and kind of size it and use this as a guide. And then I'm going to type in a little footprint. But this is more like it,
like
I guess. Like a more realistic footprint. And you're going to size it. And after we're done, these will be taken away, just so you know. So I'm just going to be duplicating that. We don't want two of the same feet, so we're flipping it around like this, turning it this way. That will be the representation of the V. We're more than likely going to move a bunch of things around. And this is just kind of like the general size of a child's hand. I think I looked it up and it was like 3 inches is pretty small for a child's hand, actually.
It's like a baby hand.
Yeah, a little baby
Georgie's
hand.
hand's probably 3 inches.
Let me see.
I don't know. I have big hands, so.
I guess Georgie's hand is about 3 inches, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just little.
It's just little. Okay. So this is sized pretty appropriately, I feel like. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start building everything around it. Now you can use, if you want to, you can use Canva elements. You can use Canva fonts and stuff. What we're going to do is we're going to hop over to Maker's Gonna Learn, and we're going to find us a really pretty, just kind of a basic font today. So I'm going to look for an L and a V. I want to preview, oh, not a V. I need an E. L and an E. We're going to preview L and E, and I'm going to determine which ones. I really like this font. It's just a very basic serif font, but I think I like it. Clea, is that how you would say that?
Yes.
I'm really liking.
I love that font. Ooh, Adeline's kind of cute.
Adeline is cute too. You know what? We're just going to go with, I like Clea. It just seems more classy.
Yeah, I like that. I like both of those, honestly, though.
So we're going to download this. I'm going to unzip it. It was zipped. We're just going to make sure we unzip it. Beautiful. It is unzipped. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a script font from Maker's Gonna Learn. And you can do this from Maker's Gonna Learn, or if you want to look at Canva fonts, you can do that as well. But I'm going to take out the L and the E. We're just going to preview, and I'm going to find me a really pretty script font. Oh, Cypress is it.
That's Gorgina.
That's Gorgina. Cypress is it. So we're going to unzip that one as well. And now what we're going to do is we're going to hop back over to Canva. I'm going to add in a text box. There's a couple different ways that you can upload your own fonts to Canva. Now, if you have Canva Pro, you can upload your own fonts. If you don't, Canva does have a really good library of fonts that you can choose from. But to upload your own font, you're going to add a text box. You can see here, I've come up here to my font selection, and then you can come down here to upload a font. From there, we can type in Cypress, beautiful. Open, yes, upload. We're going to upload Cypress. And it should have came in somewhere. We'll find it here in a minute. And we're going to upload the other one, which was the Clea. It types in, oh, there it is. It's at the very bottom, open and upload anyway. So I am just lining this up. This was 236, so we're gonna change this to 236. I just wanna make sure that both, and it's bothering me that this is red. I mean, I don't know why, it doesn't make sense, but I'm changing it just because.
Ray Cribb says, I'm already lost. I couldn't even get the footprints to come up. So if you're working along with us, especially if you're new to Canva, don't try to work along with us. Every once in a while, we'll be like, okay, watch us and work along with us. Most of the time, we want to encourage you all to watch the video, pause us, rewind if you need to. That way, you're not like stressed trying to search for what you need.
Right.
Okay? So don't overwhelm yourself.
And honestly, the footprints and the handprints are literally just placeholders right now, because all I'm doing is creating a space so that once I'm done building everything, I'm actually going to come in here and delete these handprints and footprints. But if you're curious to how I found them, if you'll come from on your left-hand side of your screen in Canva, if you will go to Elements right here, this is what it's going to look like. And then at your search, if you'll just search for handprint, you don't have to use a Canva Pro one. You can use a free version if you don't have Canva Pro. A lot of these handprints do look like they are Canva Pro, like this one is not. Literally, guys, this is just a placeholder, so we just need a general idea of how large a child's hand is, which is about 3 to 4 inches.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put that there as a placeholder. Same thing with the footprint. We're over here at Elements at the top with your search. You're just gonna type in footprint. Beautiful. Once again, some of these are Canva free, some are Canva Pro. You can see here is a free version. It doesn't look like a realistic one, but all I did was add it in, shrink it down to about what size a child's footprint, like a baby's footprint would be. Once again, same thing, around 3 to 4 inches. And then I just hit Command D or duplicated. This button right here also duplicates so that we have 2. And I've just kind of, once again, placed it as a placeholder for a V. Not that, it's really not that serious. We just made that as a placeholder, okay?
Yeah.
So that we can put our L and our E exactly where it needs to go.
Beautiful.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add another text box because we want to add some text down here at the bottom. So, a couple different ways. Yes, they are in graphics or elements. Yes, they are in graphics. Correct. Next, we're going to add a text box, and there's a couple different ways that you can add a text box in Canva. The first way is if you come over here, once again, to the left-hand side of your screen, there is a toolbar. The third icon down says text. You can click that, and you can add a text box that way. I'll say it once and I'll say it again. That is not my favorite way to add a text box. My favorite way to add a text box is to make sure that my page is selected. I can tell that my page is selected because there is a purple bounding box around the page, just like right here. And this is the same for both Windows and Mac computers. If you want to quickly add a text box, all you have to do is hit the letter T on your keyboard. And boom, you get a text box added.
Love it.
I mean, how cool is that?
So easy.
Literally, the letter T for text.
I love it.
And it adds a text box. So, once we have added our second text box, I'm going to either, once again, grab a font from Canva. I did upload a font from Maker's Gonna Learn. We used Cypress.
Yes,
That's the one. Cypress here was the script font that we chose. And now what you're going to do is you are just going to add in whatever text that you want. Is this for her birthday?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful.
I'm trying to remember what the other one said.
For the most wonderful grandma on her special day.
Oh, cute.
Do y'all call her grandma?
We call her Mamaw.
For the most, and I can zoom in if you guys can't see it. We'll just zoom in a little bit. For the most wonderful, oh, I'm not typing now. There we go. Wonderful, is it M-A-M-M-A-W or
I just do
M-A-M?
one M.
M-A-M-A-W. Okay, for the most wonderful Mamaw on
Her birthday.
her birthday. on her, let's do on her special day and then put happy birthday.
Oh, cute. Yeah, I like that.
On her special day. Once again, I'm gonna bring this in just a smidgen. All I'm doing is I'm closing my bounding box in a little bit so that it fits a little bit more like this. I'm going to line it up there. I'm gonna add a period. Now I'm going to duplicate this text box, either by hitting this plus sign here, or if you want to use shortcut keys, you can. With a Mac, it's Command D. With a Windows, it is Control D, but we're gonna duplicate this text box and we're gonna put happy birthday, exclamation point. I am going to bring my bounding box in just a little bit. I'm going to actually spell happy correctly as well. I'm gonna make this a little bit bigger. Bring it here, line it up. And now I think I want to go with Clea just to split up our text a little bit. Actually,
Even put, yeah.
I was about to, let me change this to Clea.
That's what I was thinking.
But I want to zoom out. I don't much care for it.
Yeah. Put it in caps and add some space between the letters.
Yeah. So here is where'd it go?
I don't know. That's a good question.
There it is.
Okay, it hides from you now.
It hides sometimes. Okay. So in case actually, you're right. It should be on your special day, not her. Thank you. Okay. One thing that I love to do is test the waters and see if I like a font in all caps or not, but I don't want to go back in and like retype everything out. So did you know that in Canva, if you come, it used to be housed on this top toolbar right here. It is no longer housed there. If you come over here to the 3 dots, you can click on that, and this little guy right here that has a lowercase a and an uppercase a, if you click on it, it'll make all of your letters uppercase.
That's one of my favorite Canva tools. It's like so obscure. I just love it. I mean, I just use it all the time. You wouldn't think.
I know. I'm still not digging it. I think I'm just gonna have to change the font.
Yeah, maybe that's
general.
all it is. Yeah.
Okay, so we're just gonna look around for some other fonts because that one I'm not feeling, but I also wanted to. So one thing that I do love about Canva is if I'm looking for a very specific type of font, and right now I'm looking for a sans serif font. So in case you guys didn't know, the difference with a serif and a sans serif is a serif has like these little ticks at the end of the letters. You see how the L has a tick up here. A sans serif means does not have that. It's minus that.
Sans is French for without.
Without.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's how I
So
remember.
I think I want to go with a sans serif font. Okay. Are the footprints from a particular person? No, guys, we're getting hung up on the handprint and the footprint. These are literally just placeholders. Let's go ahead and go back to our share screen. These, we're just gonna go ahead and delete them.
We don't need them.
We don't need them.
They're only placeholders, so we could know where to put our letters, just so you can know hypothetically that's where you're
Actually-
going to put the kid's footprint.
We're gonna duplicate that page so that we still have them. We're getting rid of them.
This is what it's going to look like when they download it.
Yes,
There
so-
will be no footprints or handprints.
This is what your people, if you decide to sell this is what they're gonna get. And then they are then going to add their child's handprint and footprint on there.
Right.
Okay? So back to our text, we're looking for a sans serif font. And I want it to be kind of thin. No, that's not it.
Cocoa Goose, lights.
And this is where I get super picky. So this is the importance. Let's go to 1 for just a second. So I feel like me and Alicia we're taking our time, we're trying to find a font that works. This is what people pay you for. Let me say that again.
Yeah.
This portion is why people purchase it from you, because you have the design eye to create this and know this doesn't look good.
Right.
This is, whatever. So this is why creating these printables will bring you money, because it takes time. Like this, honestly, you would think, oh, this is so simple. Let me just whip this up. It takes a little bit of time to figure out what looks good and what doesn't.
Right.
So this is why people are paying you, because people are in a hurry. They don't want to do it, all this stuff. Also, Ray, it's fine. You are fine. It is perfectly fine. Nothing for you to apologize for. Nothing. I just wanted to make sure we were all on the same page and that we were working together. So
yes.
Nothing to be sorry for. Is Radiant? I like that one. There it is. There it is.
Cutesy pootsy.
So now what I'm gonna do, this is another thing to add a little bit of spice, I guess, to your designs, is I wanna try out some letter spacing. Oh, that's it. I really like that. What do you think?
Oh yeah, I love some letter spacing.
I love me some letter spacing, and I actually think I want to come back up here to this one, and I want to make the line spacing a little bit more together so it looks more like handwriting.
Yeah.
Love that. And now what I'm going to do, now that I have the happy birthday, I'm going to duplicate this text box. I'm going to bring it down here, and now it's going to say love, Ruby, and Georgia. If I can spell. Now I am going to zoom in so you guys can see it a little bit better. I'm going to bring this up just a tad, and this is going to be a little bit smaller. I'm just bringing my text down and moving it in here just like that. Y'all, and really, if you wanted to, that's all you would have to do. Now you can, if you want to add in some elements, let's say
like some florals maybe.
Yes.
I mean,
or greenery.
honestly, yeah, greenery would be pretty. Like anything really. If it's like their favorite time of year, they like Halloween, you could do like some fall foliage.
Like we can pull this up here. Now this is a little bit big.
That's pretty though.
But like, look how cool and how pretty and professional that makes that look.
Yeah.
And one thing about Canva that I love is if you find something like an element that you like, what you can do is once you select it, magic recommendations will come up and you can see all. So if you wanted to, look, here's another one that could go on both the top and the bottom. Now it's probably gonna take away, if I did that, let's say we up, you can see it adds a lot, but it's also like, also could be kind of distracting. Right. So I'm gonna take that off, but if you really like this, which you feel like it's a little bit distracting, one thing that I love doing with elements is bumping the transparency down just so it lives in the background, but it's not overpowering.
Yes, I do that on a lot of stuff. It's like my favorite little hacky hack.
It's one of those things like adding that element but bumping the transparency down. It takes your design from a 3 to a 9.
Yeah. It
so
just adds depth, I think.
Yes, it adds so much depth. Okay? So you can do that. We can even go back. There was one that I saw that I really liked that I missed, like this one right here. I really like this one, but once again, that transparency is a little bit much for me. So like bringing that down. I don't know, what is Mama's? Does Mama have a favorite like flower or
Well,
anything?
she loves fall and like oranges and purples and like jewel tone.
So
fall
let's
colors.
do fall foliage.
Yeah. And
love
I'll
that.
probably put it in like a dark brown wood frame.
Okay.
If that helps you.
Dark, oh, right here it is. Look at this.
That's Gorgina.
Now, is pop it over this way, put it up here in this corner. You can size it down if you want to. I still think I want to pull this transparency down just a little bit like that.
That's pretty.
Love that. And then you can even add in like other little elements if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Like if you wanted to put like, could we add like a little black heart under Love, Ruby, and Georgia?
Yeah.
Like the teeny weeniest, daintiest black heart.
Actually, I want to pull, I think I like that one better.
I love it. Listen, I
Across
don't
the
discriminate fall foliage.
Look at that.
That's cute.
I really like that.
Like the leaves are falling.
We'll bump it down just a hair. Yeah, I like a lot. And you could do like their little hands, like Ruby's hand and Georgia's feet.
Yeah.
And do it in like an orange or a brown ink.
Yeah.
Would be so cute.
I love it.
You can, and I mean, we can even play around with the color of the letters. Like if you don't want the L and the E to be that, we can change it to brown.
Yeah.
Like, look at that.
Oh yeah, that's so cute.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
Okay.
And these are also things that we go over in our digital design for creatives. If you're wanting to get more into just learning how to design in Canva, we have an entire course on that too. So
she also wanted to add a little heart at the bottom. So they do have a basic shape heart in Canva. I like to choose the way that the heart, I like kind of like an off-centered kind of heart, but I don't know that I want hand-drawn look. I don't know. What are you feeling?
I like a perfectly symmetrical.
Okay.
Like the tiniest heart you've ever known.
Like this
you
one?
can even, yeah, and you can make it brown like your letters.
Okay. So we're going to add, and we're going to have to zoom in. Okay. So we're going to add the tiniest little baby heart.
Yeah.
Right here in the middle.
I don't know why. I just think that's just cute.
Right there. And we'll even change it to brown.
Oh.
And that's it.
That's it. That's so cute.
I think I want to, here, I feel like that heart is a little close to the bottom.
Yeah.
So I'm just bumping all of this up just a smidgen. So what you can do is now, once you have done this, you can, if you want it to just be a printable, you could take the names off of it, and anybody can now you can list this on Etsy and anybody can purchase it from you. Mm-hmm. And all they have to do is print this off and it's ready to go, because you've done the legwork, you've done the heavy stuff of figuring out what works together, color coordinating all of the colors, making sure it looks good. All of this stuff you have done for people. So you can now list this on Etsy and it can bring you money with the right tools, the right title, the right SEO. This can bring you money while you sleep.
And that's why you need to be at the masterclass on Sunday.
That's why you need to be at the masterclass on Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. So now what you would do, and we'll just go ahead and delete this page. What we're gonna do, if you want to print this at home, and I'm talking to both the people who want to create this and use it themselves. If you don't want to sell and you just want to learn how to make these, welcome. We've taught you how to make them. If you want to sell them, there is a lot more on the back end that you're gonna have to do. That's why we're saying be there Sunday. But if you have made this and you want to, okay, so Shawnee has a good question. How would they add their name? If you're going to sell this as a template for someone else to add their name, there is a process that you would have to go through, creating a template link, putting it into a clickable PDF. All of that stuff is things that we will go into later on. But if you are just wanting to do this as a printable, I would probably just take this section out, where it says Love, Ruby, and Georgia. I would delete that out, just like this, and then have this as a printable.
Yeah.
And that way, you don't have to do a template. You can just do it as a printable, okay? So, or you can even delete it out and leave a space for them to write their names in, either one. Really, whatever you want. So once you have created your design, so you're gonna go to share, we're gonna go to download. We are going to, I personally change it from a PNG to PDF print. This is just because this is what I'm used to. You can do it as a PNG if you want to, but we're gonna be printing this, so I like to do it as a PDF print. PDF print is also going to make sure if you do it as a PDF print, that is a way for you to know that you're gonna get 300 DPI or more. You can also get 300 DPI or more from a PNG by taking the size from here to there. But I do think that that is a pro feature with this sliding bar, but that is also going to ensure that you have 300 DPI. In case you didn't know, DPI means dots per inch. So if sometimes you notice that your stuff that you download from Canva may be a little grainy or not as sharp as you thought it was, it's because you need to slide that size up to make sure you get 300 DPI or more. Just a little tidbit of information, but that's how I do that if you're gonna do a PNG. Otherwise, I'm gonna do PDF print. We're gonna download this, and now all we have to do is print it on our inkjet printer.
Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
I love it.
I mean, do we want to go ahead and print it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
It looks so good on the computer screen. I mean, it looks really good up there, but it's really rich on the computer screen.
Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up, and we are going to print this, and I'm going to send it to System Dialog. Personally, like working from System Dialog the best. I hate when I open a PDF and go to print it. I would much rather pull up my System Dialog. So we're gonna be using the TS 9500 series, the one that we have in our office. I am doing this at best quality. We will feed it from the rear tray, and I'm gonna go out there and make sure there's paper in there real quick. Yes. So this is how it printed. We'll go overhead. It didn't print the way that I expected it. It's not as brown as I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see if it really does make a difference with this one to do it as a PDF. Actually, I just wanna try it as a PNG and bump that up all the way. And then I want it to go to the edge. So we're gonna download this PNG. We're gonna try to print it as a PNG and see if there's a difference. Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Okay, so we're gonna double click this, open that up. We're gonna print it. I'm going to scale it up to, that was another thing.
Lisa, it'll be 3 a.m. over where you are, and that's okay because you can watch a replay. And we also have 3 different times for the masterclass. I'm pretty sure. Don't we have 3 different times? We've got Sunday, and then we have Sunday at 8, the 17th at 8, and then the 19th at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard.
I'm just curious to see if it prints any different. So that is another thing, is the colors on your screen, your prints may come out a little bit different.
And that's just knowing your printer.
That's just knowing your printer and knowing your facts. So that's still printing. We're checking. At this point, I'm just curious to see if the PNG is gonna print different than the PDF. Normally, I would tell you if you're gonna print a PDF, I would change it. We'll go back to here. I have always done it as a go from PNG to a PDF print, but changing my color profile from RGB to CMYK. The reason I didn't today is strictly because it is a Canva Pro feature. But what that does is it's kind of like your computer screen or your computer talks to your printer, and it like switches those colors up because CMYK is what your printer is going to print in, whereas digital is all in RGB. So that's why I normally do that, but I didn't today because not everybody has Canva Pro. So I'm going to run and grab this print and see if it printed any different. Nah, it's pretty much the same.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you printed 2 in case I mess one up.
Well, you've got 2 now.
Are they on cardstock?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I printed them on cardstock for you.
I love it. Okay, super cool.
So yeah, this is, in case you didn't know, you can create printables to sell on Etsy.
Let me see it close up. Ooh, these fonts. This is a good font pairing.
Those are some good font pairings. I really like this one for some reason.
Yeah, me too. I'm digging it.